Alright, and here's another video, a lesson, well, more of a video on the worksheet that I gave you on Thursday, the 21st. The worksheet looked like this. It was a worksheet for section 3.2. And I'm going to go ahead and work out every single problem on this worksheet in this video. I'm going to upload it to my site, and you will enjoy watching it on Friday, hopefully filling in and correcting any mistakes that you made, because this was homework to finish. So I'm going to start right away with number 1. And in number 1 we have 4q minus q. And we're looking at like terms. If we have like terms, we can simplify them by combining them, so adding or subtracting. Here we have 4q's, take away a q, and when we have just a letter, just a variable, that means that it's just one of them. So pretend like there's a 1 in front of the q. So 4q's take away a q. Well, the answer to that is 3q. And that's it. There's nothing else to do. 4q take away a q, you're left with 3q's. And that's number 1. Number 2. Here we have 3x plus 4 plus 2x. Here we actually have 3 terms total, 1, 2, 3, and we have 2 different term types. First of all, we have the x terms. These are terms with the variable x in them. The 3x and the 2x are x terms. And then we have a different term, the constant. This is a term without any variables at all. So 2 different terms here, the x term and the constant. You cannot combine an x term and a constant, but you can combine the 2 x terms. So what's 3x plus 2x? Well, 3x plus 2x is 5x's total. And since the other term type, the constant, has no counterpart, you just write it as it was. And that's the answer. Pretty simple. Next, I'm going to look at number 3. So for number 3, we have 8g, and that's a g, plus y minus 6. Alrighty. We're going to look at, we have 3 terms total, and we're going to see if we have any like terms, any terms that either are constants or they have the same letter variable. So here we have a g term. Okay. Here we have a y term. Okay. Here we have an x term. Okay. And none of them are alike. So I have 3 different term types, nothing alike. So I can't combine any of them. That's the answer. I know it looks a little weird, but yeah, there's nothing to do here. Your answer is the problem itself. There's nothing to simplify. Since we're not solving for anything, we're simplifying, we're trying to combine, and there's nothing to combine. That's the answer. All right, next we're going to look at number 4. Number 4, we have 2x plus 5x minus 4y plus 3. Here we're going to look at like terms again. So first, we have 4 terms total and 3 different terms types. We have an x term, a pair of them, a y term, and a constant. So I'm going to group my x terms together. I'm going to group my y term in its own category and the constant in its own category. So I'm going to start combining anything that are like terms, and the only thing to combine here are the x terms. 2x plus 5x, that's 7x. Since there's nothing I can do with the y term, we just copy it over. Nothing I can do with a constant, copy it over. That's the answer. I'm going to look at number 5 now. In number 5, we have 9D plus 7C minus 4D and minus 2C. 4 total terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 different term types. I have D terms and C terms. So terms with a variable D and terms with a variable C. So I'm going to go ahead and group them up. I'm going to group my D terms. I'm going to go ahead and group my C terms. Now, I'm going to go ahead and deal with my D terms first. I could deal with the C terms, but I like to go left to right. So just looking at the D terms, I want to pretend the C terms are not there. 9D minus 4D, that's 5D. Then I'm going to look at my C terms. I'm going to ignore the D terms. 7C minus 2C. So 7C minus 2C. That's going to be 5C. Since they're both positive, there's going to be a plus in between. And that's my answer. 5D plus 5C or 5C plus 5D doesn't really matter. So that was number 5. I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 6 now. All right, number 6. We have 5C plus 8 minus 4C minus 2 minus C. Seems like a big problem. And it has 5 terms. It's the biggest problem in terms of term sizes we have so far. Sorry. But there are only 2 different term types here. We have the C terms, this one, this one, this one, and we have the constants, this one, this one. Only 2 term types. Makes it a little easier. So I'm going to go step by step. 5C minus 4C, that's just a C. So 5C minus 4C, that's just a C left. And what happens when you have a C, take away another C? 0C. Let me show you how that works. I'm just going to pretend that let me do this. I'm going to put a pink box. I'm going to work within the box. That means I'm only working with the C's. 5C minus 4C minus C. So 5C minus 4C, 5C minus 4C, this is just a C, and I still have a minus C. What's C minus C? 0, nothing. It's gone. My C's are gone. So I have no more C's. I can write 0 in there, but why write 0? So now I'm going to look at my constants. What's 8 minus 2? 6. That's my answer, 6. Because I don't have any more C's. The C's are gone. 7 is next. Another big one, 13K plus 6 minus 8M plus 9 plus K. 5 terms, and I have 3 different types of terms now. Let's group them together. K terms first. K term, K term. Constants next. Constant, constant, and the M term last. Why last? I don't know. It's last. Now let's combine. Only like terms can be combined. Sorry. 13K plus a K, a total of 14 Ks. 6 plus 9, that's 15. And the M term doesn't have any counterparts, and there was a minus in front of it, so minus 8M. 14K plus 15 minus M, or 14K minus 8M plus 15. Whichever way you want to do this, it doesn't really matter. They're both correct. All right, moving on to number 8. All right, moving on to number 8. We're almost done. 3 problems to go. We have 4 times 3x plus 6 minus 7x. The first thing we need to deal with in this problem is the parenthesis. The parenthesis has to be broken down. While that parenthesis is up there, we can't do anything. And the way we do that, we use a distributive property. We distribute the 4 to both members of the parenthesis, which means the problem is going to look like this. 4 times 3x plus 4 times 6 minus 7x. Then I'm going to do my multiplication. 4 times 3x, that's 12x. 4 times 6, that's 24 minus 7x. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. I have a pair of x terms and a constant. X's go together, and the constant goes by itself. It's going to be all alone. So sad. 12x minus 7x, 5x plus 24 is your complete and final answer for number 8. Moving on to number 9. All right, number 9. Similar problem, mostly because you also have that parenthesis that you have to deal with, but otherwise it's not bad at all. Same deal. Break down the parenthesis by distributing the 6 to both parties. 6 times x plus 6 times 5 plus 3x. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 5 is 30. And plus 3x. I'm going to group my like terms. In this case, I have a pair of x's. They're alike. And I have a constant that's, well, it's all by itself. I'm going to combine my x's. 6x and 3x is 9x plus 30. And that is my final and complete answer. And last but not least, let's go with number 10, the word problem. Let's see if I have a clean piece of paper. Do I? Do I? Clean enough. All right. Number 10 says the accounting department ordered 15 boxes of pens. The marketing department ordered 9 boxes of pens. The total combined order price was $72. So I know that accounting ordered 15 boxes of pens. Marketing ordered 9 boxes of pens. I know the total combined price. And I'm looking for the price of each box of pens. So the box of pens is the unknown. I'm going to give the box of pens, so box of, that's number 10 by the way. Box of pens, I'm going to assign it a variable. I'm going to go with B for box. You could have went with anything else, including X. So I'm going to use B. So I know that accounting ordered 15 of these boxes. So 15B for the accounting department. I know that the marketing department ordered 9 boxes of pens. So 9B for the marketing department. I know when you combine these two, so if I combine them, the total order was $72. And that's how you set up the equation for this word problem. The accounting department, 15 boxes. 15B because we assigned the letter B to the boxes. Marketing department, 9 boxes, so 9B. Total order, $72. So we have 2 B terms here. They're like terms. I can combine them. What's 15B plus 9B? That's 24B equals to 72. And from this point on, you should be able to solve the problem because you know how to solve a single step equation. Isolate and solve for B. I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 24. The b is being multiplied by 24. The opposite, sorry, is to divide. And then we're going to see what our division problem looks like. Let's see. Long division. 24 divided by 74. Let's try 3. 3 times 20 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. So that's 70. Sorry, that's 74. So 72. 74 minus 72 is 2. I'm going to put a decimal here. 20. Still nothing. I'm going to add a 0 here, so I can add a 0 here. And that's going to be... that's going to be 8 times. Yeah, that sounds about right. So 8 times, that's going to be, that's 160, 32, so 192. I predict this is not going to look like a good decimal. That's going to be 8. I'm going to round it up to here. Sorry, I probably should have picked a better number for... Oh, I see what I did wrong. 72. 72. Why did I write a 74 here? Now that makes sense. If this was... So let me rewrite this real quick. I'm going to blame this on my sickness. So that's not a 74, that's a 72. Because now, when I divide by 3, 3 times 24 is 72. Comes out evenly. My apologies. So there we go. The answer is 3. And since this is a word problem, we have to give them an answer in word format. So the answer here, each box of pens cost $3. I'm not going to write it up. You can write it. So each box of pens cost $3. So that was number 10. Sorry about that. That was a simple copying mistake, which, at any rate. So if you have any questions, ask me now. If I'm doing this in class, if not, if you're watching this at home, then ask me in class. So thank you very much.